what are we becoming? I guess that's the big question right there. From the outside of the box, um, you see this guy, Travis Posey. There was a couple of pictures that was put up of him on the internet, and he was smiling. He looked like a very approachable person. I know his mugshot looked really rough. I'll put some pictures up here of him. Try to find the one of him smiling before the incident. I'm sure. Then another picture of him, in his orange jumpsuit, uh, prison uniform, and then these are some pictures of the damage that he caused at the grocery store. Again, 3 people dead, 11 people injured, shot. For what? For what reason? And the thing to me is, who's going to be next? And I know the big subject at hand here is gun control. Well, we have to make the laws to get rid of the guns, because the guns is the problem. I have never had that mentality. I look at it in a clear vision. If a person wanted to injure another person, you don't have to have a gun. Now, maybe on a massive scale, maybe. Maybe you need that on a massive scale where it's a massive gunshot situation. Maybe. But who's to say you couldn't run through with some other weapon and injure people as well? I mean, there's all kinds of weapons you could choose from. Um, to me, it's more of a mentality of irritation, agitation, and not wanting to be part of society with other human beings. And why are we going down this road? Why are we so offensive to other humans? This wasn't something that was happening in a large town. This was a very small, quiet town. If you ever went to Fordyce, Arkansas, um, before this happened, it's a place where you could just sit on a bench in front of a store, um, set in your vehicle in a parking lot, and it's just a sleepy little town where nothing really happens. And this type of activity doesn't happen in small towns like this until it does happen. And then everybody has 1,000 questions, right? So that's what I'm more focusing on here, is not the man himself. It's not the guns themselves. It's the the atmosphere that we're living in, the disregard for fellow human life. I don't get it. I really don't. People have made me mad in my lifetime, but I've never got to the point where I wanted to kill someone. And why are people doing this? And why is it spreading? And why is it become normal? It seems like. It seems like it's become normal. Have we gotten to a point where we just want this to be normal? I don't think so. But then again, tomorrow, next week, we'll go on about our business like nothing has happened. And people will forget 3 people are dead. One person, I guess, if he's convicted, is going to spend the rest of his life in prison. While I was reading about and doing a little bit of research over this story to bring you this video, I come across some articles of people speeding in excess of 100 miles per hour and hitting pedestrians and killing them. Why is society getting this way? I grew up in a era where you took time out of your day. You held the door open for women. I know a lot of times that's not looked fondly upon because of whatever reasons behind that. That's the way I was taught, getting brought up in Southern culture is respect women, respect elders, respect others. Don't push little kids out of the way so you can run into a store. That would have got me beat as a child by my father if he'd have saw me do something like that. I don't understand have we become uncivilized? Is that what it is? We're uncoupling from civilization. We're going back into the old days, really old days, the lawlessness, to where you just you defended yourself or someone took over control of the situation other than you. I'm seriously thinking about starting another channel, doing more like this, more news reporting, specifically for Arkansas. And if you think that it is just gun violence in Arkansas, if you think it's just an isolated incident, this one probably was, okay? This one probably was just an isolated incident. The guy had, a problem with somebody. He just fell off, the deep end. He lost mentality of himself. I don't know. I mean, like I said, we can speculate 1,000 times. I don't know what happened. But I assume this was probably an isolated incident. One man and one action caused this. I'm talking about a bigger picture, and that's what I was thinking about doing another channel about, is because I see all kinds of different situations that is happening here in Arkansas that shouldn't be happening. This is stuff you see in big cities. You hear about, New York or Boston or Chicago or Los Angeles or San Diego or something. You don't hear about it in little towns in Arkansas. And I'm not talking about just shooting violence. I'm talking about massive problems with DUIs, including police officers getting arrested for DUIs. Some of them on duty. Judges getting arrested for DUIs while they're actively sitting on a bench, whether they're active judges and in their personal time, they're out getting drunk and running over people. These are the people that we're supposed to look up to and respect. And, these are our elders. These are our police officers. These are the people that are supposed to be keeping us safe, and they're causing us to not be safe. Like I've said on this channel a lot of times, I like the First Amendment auditors on YouTube. And I've seriously thought about doing some of that First Amendment auditing myself because I see it right here where I'm living, real close to where I'm living. People's rights are being violated. People are not being protected by the city officials and the police officers, judges. I can go down just 1,000 different stories. That's why I'm thinking about starting this other channel to bring this to light. If it helps even a little bit, I will feel like that my job is being done to change the way that this is occurring. There's no reason that I can think of where an active duty police officer is driving around in a patrol car drinking alcohol. Seems obvious, right? There's no reason why an individual should be driving a vehicle drinking alcohol, much less a police officer. But it happens, and it's happened a lot in Arkansas. And a lot of times these police officers don't get fired from their job. They continue on. They may be moved from, one job to another. That's what I'm saying here. I don't really report news. It's not just about this Travis Posey guy that I'm wanting to bring this video about. It's about the whole atmosphere that we're going through. What? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get the whole mentality of people anymore. I really don't. The agitation, the irritation, the not wanting to help your fellow man or woman. I just don't get it. I don't understand where we're going in society. Why is this happening? Anyway, I'm going to get off of here and do a little editing and post this video up, and put your thoughts and ideas down in the comments. If you think you would be interested in me starting another channel, you can comment on that. It's something I'm seriously been thinking about doing. Is a more commentary about a commentary type YouTube show, or YouTube channel rather, of stuff that just happens in Arkansas, bringing it to light. A lot of it's news stories, a lot of it gets swept under the rug. A lot of stuff happening out there that, behind the scenes stuff you don't hear about. There is a lot of good police officers. There's a lot of good judges. There's a lot of good people, period. But there's also a lot of bad. And I think it all should be put out there. Not just, I'm not defending this guy that did this in Fordyce. I don't want anyone to think that whatsoever. If he did it, I'm sure he did, because he's been arrested and he's been charged. So I'm sure he did it. And like I said, I don't know the guy. I don't have any defense for him. He's going to answer to, his actions. So there's that. But what about the others out here that are not answering to their actions? Is that part of what's going on here with people's agitation and irritation? Is they see this kind of stuff happening and nobody does anything about it, and they've just had enough? Is that what's going on? Is that part of it? I don't know. That's why I would like to study more and read more and do more videos and get more people's comments and stuff. What is going on with us? I mean, are we just falling down as a society in general? what's going on? What do we need to do to start changing stuff? Maybe if I brought more stories out here that don't get attention, like this one does get attention, but maybe there's some other stories out here that don't get attention and you bring them out, maybe that will help. You know, put something in the limelight that doesn't usually get in the limelight, that other people don't see. Maybe then it'll start to change. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Put your thoughts and comments down below. What do you think should happen? What's your thoughts about another channel? I'll still probably do this channel and do the other one too. What's your thoughts and ideas on everything? What's your thoughts about this crazy guy down in Fordyce, that sleepy little town, and the guy just goes berserk? I don't know. Anyway, you guys try to have a good day.